Hello, this is Nancy and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing some sewing projects as part of a collab. I'll share that with you later. And we're going to need to measure your notebook that you're going to be using, and you're going to add 3/4 to the top and bottom of the dimensions you have. Mine, I have 10.5 inches by 15 3/4. I need two pieces of that, and I need 4 pieces of 10.5 by 5 inches for the fabric. And the interfacing, you're also going to need that. And I use 911 FF by Pellon or Pellon, whichever way you want. And I like to take all my notes and put it in so that way I remember what I need to cut later on. And don't mind the little cutting mat. I lost my full size cutting mat, which I'm going to be placing an order for a new one soon. So now we're going to iron on the interfacing to the fabric, and you put the it's not sticky, but the glue side part towards the wrong side of the fabric, and I spritz it with water to just make it to me it works this way better. So I have my little iron there, and just gonna iron that the interface into both sides of the long sheets of fabric, and to the four flaps of that we're gonna the 4 pieces of fabric that we're gonna use for the flaps. Words are hard. Like I mentioned earlier, this is part of the sewing collab that I'm hosting with Crafting with Indiana Jones. That is so amazing. Her link to her channel and my channel down below. Of course, you're already on my channel, and a link to the playlist for everyone that's participating in this sewing collaboration. So check their videos out as well. And this way you can be creative. I'm using the same fabric for the flaps as well, but you can change it up and do a different fabric for the flaps, or you can make it a sort of a quilt type cover, so you could sew strips together. So it's just the beginning. I'll show some videos, I mean some pictures at the end of some other ones that I've made in the past. Now we're going to pin the wrong sides together of the flaps, and we're only going to sew one of the long sides of the flap. And then we're going to open it up, press it, and then we're going to top stitch that same side that we sewed. And I'm using my quarter inch foot here to make it a nice quarter inch seam right here. And I didn't mention this before, I am doing a quarter inch seam allowance around the whole thing. Now we're gonna get the flaps and put them in the middle, not the middle, but the edge sides of the notebook cover. And then we're gonna add the second layer on top, the right facing each other. And then we're gonna pin around the whole thing, and we're gonna leave about a 3 to 4 inch gap at the bottom that we're gonna use to turn the whole cover inside out. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you're liking this video. Lets me know that you like this type of content. Now we're going to go to the sewing machine and sew up the all sides except for that 3 to 4 inch gap at the bottom. And this is faster than normal here. I don't sew this fast. I wish I did. I cut the little corners off. And it makes for less bulkiness in the corner when you flip it. And then carefully, cause I forgot to say to back stitch on those openings so that way it doesn't start to unravel on you when you flip it. And I'm using a bone folder to push out the corners of the notebook cover. And I'm gonna press it down on all the sides to make them nice and flat. And the opening, I'm also gonna press it down because I'm gonna do some hand sewing. You can, if you wanted to, just run it through the machine, but I don't like to have the seam at the bottom there. So I am going to be hand sewing mine. If you want, you can also make this a little bit, a quarter of an inch bigger, and then you can have a top stitch the whole cover on the outside, but I didn't do that here for this one. Now I'm cleaning up all the little loose threads, and I'm going to do another pressing of the notebook cover. It doesn't hurt to press it. The more pressing, the crisper it looks. Now we're going to insert the notebook. And this is going to be, you're going to have to put one side in, of course. And then you're going to fold back the cover itself in order to get the other flap in. I'll show you right here. So you're going to have to fold it upside. It's a weird way, but you know how to, like you used to cover a notebook or your books in high school with the paper bags, similar to the same process. And pressing it again for good measure. Like I said, it doesn't hurt to make it nice and flat and nice and crispy. And now onto the wristlet keychain. That's a hard word to say. And here are the materials you're going to need. A piece of fabric that is 11 inches by 4 inches, and the interfacing also 11 inches by 4 inches, plus some key fob hardware. I'll leave the link the ones I use in the description box below. And again, you're going to spritz it and iron the interfacing onto the fabric. And then once that's ironed on, you're going to fold it in half and press it. And then you're going to open it up and then fold that edge to the center and press it. So you're going to end up with this piece that's 11 inches by 1 inch. And then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. And I add the interfacing because it gives it more body to the fabric, especially for a wristlet keychain. And then you're gonna final press off. It's like four. It's a thickness. Oh my goodness! And then just clip it. And then we're gonna use, instead of the 1/4 inch seam allowance on my foot, I'm gonna use the 1/8 inch seam allowance and sew it on both sides of the wristlet. You're going to fold that wristlet in half, and then you're going to insert the key fob hardware, and then I have there the key fob pliers, which also is for glass cutting, I believe, or glass snapping. I'll leave the link to that in the description box below. and just press it closed, and you have a nice handy set. I'll have pictures of this finished set at the end, and also it's available for sale on my website, LittleTreasuresByNancy.com, hosted by Harnail Media. Until next time, be brave, be strong, and create with a sewing machine.